What is happening to the food prices since Liberation Day? Soybean are a benchmark for food prices, not only because China and many of us consume large quantities, but also because the US exports a significant amount to China. After the Liberation Day announcement on 2nd April, soybean prices initially dropped but quickly rebounded and surged higher. Even after the successful trade agreement between US and China, which reduced the reciprocal tariffs for 90 days, soybean prices continue to climb. So why do food prices seem to trend higher whether tariffs are in place or paused? My name is Con Hao. My work in this channel is to study behavior science and finance, discover the correlation between different markets, and uncover potential opportunities. This analysis is based on technical studies and does not constitute financial advice. Please consult your licensed broker before investing. While the situation between the US and China has returned to its pre-2nd April status, this doesn't mean that the issue is resolved. It merely reverted to the condition as of 1st April for 90 days. Do note it is only a pause and not a reset. Import for US from China still subject to 30% tax, and for China import from US goods to 10% tax. Let's look at the food prices. When the Liberation Day tariffs were announced on 2nd April, the market initially assumed that China might stop buying soybeans from US. As a result, prices dropped. But shortly after, the soybean prices rebounded. But why? During the COVID years, logistic disruption caused inflation to spike to 9% in 2022. That memory surfaced again. Traders began pricing in the potential supply chain risk. As a result, not just soybean but many other commodity prices began trending higher. Then came the trade talk on 12 May, prices rose again. But why? It is because trade resumed, the expectation of renewed Chinese demand for US soybeans driving prices higher. In my view, commodity prices should always trend higher, whether gradually or rapidly. Events like tariffs, COVID, or maybe other future crises, it is only a catalyst for the upward trend. But why? Because of a fundamental issue, money printing. Excessive money printing leads to currency dilution. In simple terms, the more money is printed without a corresponding increase in income, the more it will cost to buy the same goods. One of my favorite sayings, gold is a leader of commodities when it comes to money printing. As long as gold stays elevated, most commodity prices should also move higher, each according to its own timing and underlying reasons. If you reference it from 2023, you should see this relationship. Let's study on this essential food source, soybean prices. Most commodity prices behave very similar to the CPI numbers. Just imagine this is the CPI data. And this was when inflation peaked at 9%. Then inflation eased to around 2% along the timeline. And it seems to be supported above the 2% target right now. With the pause of tariffs, soybean prices now appear supported and have broken above their downtrend line. So what is your projection on the food prices in months or years ahead, whether tariffs are going to get intensified or not? Besides soybean, China sells many other products to US. And US knows that if the reciprocal tariffs have no breakthrough, in a few months' time, or could be few weeks, their shelf could be empty. And China is a production house for the world. They are having deflation problem for some time. If they don't sell to US, their deflation problem may get worse. We have to understand this. The Liberation Day tariff were like a switch. Once turned on, switching back doesn't restore things on how they were. The landscape has changed. Definitely there will be risks ahead, but also opportunities. I would like to hear your thoughts on this. We cannot perfectly time the market, but it is possible to get the market timing right. The market are always telling us on their next move. Stay tuned for my coming tutorial and subscribe to our channel. Join us in our weekly case study and discussion. Click on my profile icon or description below to find out more. Feel free to leave any comments below. I love to exchange ideas with you on what is about to come. Really happy that you stay through this tutorial. You have many great trading weeks ahead.